3D printed guns? A judge blocking the planned release of 3D printed gun blueprints yesterday, just hours before they were expected to hit the internet. Defense Distributed, the company that makes the designs, plans to make them available online for virtually anybody to see them and to download. The judge siding with at least 8 states plus D.C. that are suing to halt publication of these designs. Joining us right now is Judge Andrew Napolitano, Fox News senior judicial analyst. Judge, good to see you.
Good morning.
So it's just the plans to make a 3D gun.
Yeah, this is, even though the right to keep and bear arms is protected by the Second Amendment, this is a First Amendment case. This is a case about the freedom of speech, because you have a document which is truthful and accurate and scientific, which the State Department, inexplicably, it's a head-scratcher, told the young man that created it that he could start posting on the internet. So it's an expression of an idea, and the court is stopping him from doing so.
When did the State Department say that it was a good idea?
Oh, gosh, within the past month or so. See, he originally posted it, and people were buying it overseas. That makes it regulable by the federal government. Are you selling something overseas without a license? His lawyers persuaded State Department lawyers that he wasn't selling it. He was just posting plans for it. He doesn't provide you with the gun. He just provides you with the plans. So the Mike Pompeo State Department said, even though there's a federal statute that prohibits owning, possessing, transporting, or manufacturing a gun without without metal in it. It's called the Undetectable Weapons Act of 1988, Reagan era. There was no impediment to posting this. So he posts it. It was downloaded by about 1,000 people. I think it was downloaded by more people. There are actually more than one version out. 8 state attorneys general filed a lawsuit in Seattle, and a Seattle judge said, I think there's potentially irreparable harm here, so I'm going to stop you from posting it. And the young man stopped immediately. Yeah. I don't know where this is going to go. I just read the judge's opinion a few minutes ago. I don't think he adequately addressed the First Amendment issues. First Amendment issues are these. Can the government engage in what we call prior restraint? This is not punishing speech after it comes out of your mouth. This is preventing it from coming out of your mouth. This is something rarely, if ever, done in American history. But this judge has done it. I think he'll be reversed by the Ninth Circuit. I mean, think about it. You can go into a public library, a library owned by the government, and find a book telling you how to make a bomb. You can find a book telling you how to make a plastic gun. Why can't you find this on the internet? The problem is people will use these to harm themselves and to harm others, and that it's a substantial impediment to law enforcement to trace them. You can use this gun and then destroy the gun because it's just a piece of plastic.
But does this gun work like any other gun once it's made?
If it's made properly. There are many videos out there showing it exploding in people's hands, because it depends upon whether you craft it properly, the mixture you use to make the.
But it could.
And
yes.
And it's hard to detect when you go through security at an airport.
Because it's not metal.
Right. The fellow who is behind all this has put 2 pieces of metal in his. So when he brings it into a courtroom to show to the judge, it is not unlawful if it has metal in it, because if it has metal in it, it's detectable. If there's no metal in it, it's not detectable. Okay. It's illegal everywhere in the U.S.
But, Judge, in this day and age where we live right now, with the Internet, with everybody having access to it, like you say, you can figure out how to build a bomb there, or you can do a lot of bad things that you can learn on the Internet. That's not going to change, right? That's not going away, so that's going to be there forever. Isn't this just another part of that?
Yes, I think the injunction is fruitless, because this is human knowledge. Now, it could be used for good, could be used to repel an invader in your house, it could be used for evil, but you can't stop the march of human knowledge by a judge's injunction.
So Cody Wilson, he's the founder of
That's the guy we're talking
Distributed. He agreed to stop posting any new blueprints online until September, he said, while the lawsuit makes its way to the courts. And in an interview yesterday, he explained the reason behind his decision to post the instructions online. Here's what he says.
I believe that I am championing the Second Amendment in the 21st century. I think access to the firearm is a fundamental human dignity. It's a fundamental human right.
Well, you know who called it a fundamental human right? Justice Scalia, in a famous opinion called Heller versus the District of Columbia, which basically found that the Second Amendment protects a personal, pre-political, meaning it existed before the government, human right to keep and bear arms. So what he's saying is not radical and is perfectly consistent with the Supreme Court.
Well, the president signaled yesterday that he's on the fence. He tweeted this. He said, "I'm looking into 3D plastic guns being sold to the public. Already spoke to NRA. Doesn't seem to make much sense, Dagan." That's what the president
NRA
said.
actually championed the 1988 law, which prohibited guns that don't have any metal in them. This is the Reagan-era law that I mentioned earlier. I don't know that this made its way up the food chain in the State Department. I don't know that Mike, the Secretary of State, knew about this, because it is a real head-scratcher that a decision like this could be made without the broad consensus of the Trump administration behind it. So I don't know where it's going to go. But let me scare you a little bit. This is in the Ninth Circuit.
Oh, here we go.
They're going to reverse. They're going to reverse the Seattle judge probably this afternoon.
Yes.
If there's an appeal. Now I don't know if there's going to be an appeal because Cody Wilson, the young man you just played, said, "I'm going to obey the court's order.
The Ninth Circuit always goes against President Trump. We know that.
Where would Scalia stand on this, you think? Because again, wasn't it in Heller that he wrote that American people have the right to arm themselves the way that the government does?
I think Justice Scalia would be in favor of the free speech argument, which is that you cannot suppress an idea and you cannot suppress technology.
So does this go all the way up to the Supreme Court?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Probably after Judge Kavanaugh is there, and he's a fierce defender of the Second Amendment.
You jumped ahead there, Judge.
Well,
where is he on the first?
They're trying to have Judge Kavanaugh in place by October 1.
Yes.
Judge, good to see you.
Pleasure,
Thanks so much, Judge Napolitano.